I am seeing a ton of Democrats being, in my opinion, wildly dishonest about this. So we all remember a few weeks ago when the special counsel's report on the Biden investigation came out, and one of the insinuations was that Biden had a hard time remembering when his son died. Then today, we got large chunks of the transcript from those interviews. And I am seeing way too many people say stuff like this. President Biden immediately remembered the exact date his son Beau passed away, despite Republican counsel Hur's claim that he couldn't remember. And then posting the teeny sliver of the transcript where Biden says, "What month did Beau die? Oh God, May 30th? But if you go to the New York Times reporting on this and look at the broader context of that quote, it looks way worse for Biden. Biden says, I don't know, this was what, 2017, 2018, that area? Hur says, yes, sir. Then Biden says, remember, in this time frame, my son is either been deployed or is dying, and so it was. And by the way, there was still a lot of people at the time when I got out of the Senate that were encouraging me to run in this period, except the president. Keep in mind, when he says Senate there, that is inaccurate. He had just spent 8 years being vice president, not in the Senate. But then Biden continues talking about Obama. I'm not, and not a mean thing to say. He just thought that she had a better shot of winning the presidency than I did. And so I hadn't at this point, even though I'm at Penn, I hadn't walked away from the idea that I may run for office again. And so what was happening though? What month did Beau die? Oh God, May 30th. A few people jump in and say 2015. Biden says, was it 2015 he had died? Someone confirms that, and Biden says it was 2015. Then another person confirms, I'm not sure of the month, but I think that was the year. Then Biden goes on to say, and what's happened in the meantime is that as Trump gets elected in November of 2017, people correct him and say that was 2016. Biden says 2016. All right, so why do I have 2017 here? Then they say that's when you left office, January of 2017. Then Biden says, yeah, okay, but that's when Trump gets sworn in, January. Right, correct. Okay, yeah, and in 2017, Beau had passed, and this is personal. In my opinion, Biden is clearly struggling during points in that back and forth, but I have a huge caveat to that. I want to hear the audio because there are parts there that play way differently depending on how they're said. I also selfishly want to hear the audio because of parts like this where Biden is talking about the cool cars he drives. Biden says, by the way, you know how it works. It's really cool. Her remarks, sir, I would love to hear much more about this, but I do have a few more questions to get through. Biden says, you step your foot on the accelerator all the way down until it gets about 6-7 grand. Then all of a sudden it will say launch. All you do is take your foot off the brake. Then the transcript says Biden makes some car sounds as well as laughter. And then the special counsel gets back to the questions about Biden's classified documents. I don't know if we'll ever get the audio. I sure hope we will. But in the meantime, people are going way too far covering for Biden on this one.